And what's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Talkin' NASCAR podcast, episode number 51. Being joined again tonight by Hitmaster. Tech issues averted. We are here. Let's hope that nothing goes wrong tonight.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about. The first race of the Cup playoffs is in the books, Darlington. Xfinity also ran there and got another race closer to their playoffs. So we're going to talk all about that and everything that will be with that. Got some silly season news to talk about. A lot of silly season news, actually. A good amount came out. And then, of course, at the end, we will preview the weekend's action at Kansas Speedway. So, should be really good stuff. So, let's jump right into it. Start with Darlington. Recap stuff. I did not get the chance to watch the Xfinity race. I don't know if you did or not.
No, not at all.
So
I was working.
Yeah, I was also working, so I was unable to watch it. Did watch some of the highlights though. And boo! Fucking Denny Hamlin had to win. Non-Xfinity regular, so no Xfinity drivers locked themselves into the playoffs with this. But Hamlin won. Hooray. And got the victory there. So, what are you gonna do, I guess? But was able to get it there. So a lot of cool throwbacks were ran in the Xfinity race, though. I know we touched on I think we touched on the one Kyle Petty throwback, like the Brawny one from 03, but they also ran one like an Adam Petty, I think it was, like a 45 car throwback, and they also did a John Andretti 43 throwback, among a few others. I thought those really cool. So that was good to see. But then we moved on to the Southern 500 itself. I got to watch pretty much all of it. Well, most of it. I don't know how much you got to watch it, Master, but
I only watched the last 30 laps.
Yeah, this was one of the more, I guess, non-eventful Southern 500s. I know last year's was just crazy because of, Truex and Kyle Busch blowing up at the same time, and everything that was going on with that, and kind of crazy stuff with Eric Jones winning out of all drivers. So it was a lot to live up to, obviously, this year. But the first stage was, I think, pretty much caution free. Nothing really happened until the lights went out at the track. I was not watching when that happened, but there was apparently a power outage at the track, which was weird. You don't see that every day, and we definitely got to see it there. So that was pretty insane. Stuff like that. It caused a red flag. As far as drivers who, the playoff drivers weren't, like, the majority weren't really affected at all by any trouble, outside of a couple. The big one was Michael McDowell, who got caught up in a accident near the end of the race. Well, not near the end, but closer to the end of the race. He was the only playoff driver to not finish the race, and thus fell to last place on the cut line. Or last place in the playoffs, not like on the cut line. He's below the cut line. Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin put on some great runs. Hamlin especially, he won the first two stages and was well on his way to victory lane until... Sorry, we got my cat making troubles again. Every episode, she's got to come down here and mess with my cords. I don't need her pulling the plug on my computer again. But anyway, Hamlin was well on his way to winning, and then there was a pit fuck up, and he got a loose wheel because it was not secured properly. Had to pit under green, lost a lap that he would never get back, and he would end up finishing 25th. Now again, he did win both of the stages, so he did get a points cushion there. So he's still in a pretty good position, but he was pretty much a lock to win this thing up until that point. And then Kevin Harvick had put on a good run near the end. He looked like he was going to go on and win this race, and then he got called for a controversial pit penalty late in the race, caused him to fall back, and he would not be able to. He almost made it. He made a run at it, but he was unable to get the win. Tyler Reddick also ran a really good race, driving a really nice paint scheme, by the way. And so that was cool, but he drove a little recklessly and was gotten to the wall a couple times, and so therefore he was not able to make a run at it at the end, finishing in second. But that opened the door for Kyle Larson to take a late lead and run away with it at the end and score the victory at Darlington and become the first driver to lock himself into the second round of the playoffs. And now, going back to my playoff predictions, I didn't have Larson doing that great in the playoffs. I thought he was kind of having a weak season for his standards. He had not really been that big of a factor, and he just kind of silenced all of that with the win here. And definitely changes the tone that I had for Kyle Larson going into the playoffs. So that's really, really cool. But nobody else really had like a horrible day or a great day, in my opinion. Everybody's still kind of pretty close on the cut line. Nobody, I think, is in a must-win situation yet. But we'll go over that a little bit later on in the episode as well. But Hitmaster, I wanted to give your thoughts on the Cup race, what you saw.
So I saw, again, the last final lap. Sorry about this. I'm just so tired. So my brain's not working. But I saw the last couple laps, and there were some points that Tyler Reddick was trying to lead and catch up, and Larson just was too fast in that Hendrick car. But I was also surprised that Larson won, all in all. Because I thought either Byron or, surprised to say it, but Chris Bushell was going to win. So all those guys were right there.
They were.
And if there was more laps to go, that would probably be a challenge.
Maybe, but what are you going to do? Chris Buescher did get a top 5 to help him sell his case, but all good things from Darlington. Maybe you just got to fix your power situation. I really don't know how that happened, but who knows? But anyway, that's all of our stuff from Darlington. Let's move on to some other stuff. So this is not confirmed, but it's heavily rumored that Carson Hocevar will be in the 42 car this weekend at Kansas in the Cup race for Legacy Motor Club. He ran Darlington. It was his second start with the 42. He did all right. Finished, I think, 19th. Had some moments, but it wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. He wasn't great, obviously, but he wasn't terrible. So maybe giving him another shot at Kansas. Again, that was not confirmed yet, but it seems pretty likely. Also, NASCAR was featured on College Game Day this weekend. Game Day decided to take their Week 1 show to Charlotte, North Carolina for the North Carolina-South Carolina game that was taking place in Panthers Stadium, Bank of America Stadium. So NASCAR, of course, being headquartered in Charlotte, was featured, and they had the Tyler Reddick paint scheme that he ran at Darlington. They had that on display. Really cool looking paint scheme. The tar with the cool. The tar. I'm not a big North Carolina fan, but the Tar Heel colors do look pretty cool with the Michael Jordan logo on it and everything like that. So that was cool to see. I'm glad it got some cool exposure and other cool stuff. So, Some other news, while it was announced this past weekend, while at the races, Josh Harris is going to take over as the president of Darlington, the track. It's known that the previous owner of previous president was stepping down after the season, and they finally announced a new one. That was a while ago that he said he was going to step down. So good thing they found a new one. Hopefully keeps the good times going for Darlington. So, and we have some big answers to a big silly season debacle. The last couple of weeks we've been talking about what the hell is going to happen with Denny Hamlin after 2023. His sponsors, FedEx, has not been on the car in a while, and we thought, there were rumors about him going to want to race Fords, leaving Joe Gibbs. All of that was silenced because he signed a multi-year contract extension to stay with Joe Gibbs. So Hamlin is not going anywhere. He is sticking with the 11, and that's how it's gonna be. Quite honestly, oh well. I don't know what you're gonna say about this, but
It's just I don't know what to say. I mean, Hamlin's probably the most hated driver in NASCAR right now, um, alone, and now he's just gonna be known as the worst Joe Gibbs driver of next year too, in the next 5 years. So, I mean, props to him. Um, to getting that 5 year contract, but I don't know why you would stay with Joe Gibbs when Joe Gibbs has done nothing.
it's still competitive, I guess, but
Right.
tenured situations and stuff like that. We still don't know what's going on with him and FedEx. That was not cleared up, but we know he's sticking with the 11 car going forward. So that was revived. Nothing like what happened with Kyle Busch, we can tell you that. That was a long saga for sure. But some other news: Carson Kvapil, Travis Kvapil's relative. I don't know exactly the relationship, but he's going to be driving the Spire 7 truck at Bristol in a couple of weeks. Actually, about a week-ish at this point. So that's cool. Hopefully get some good experience and hopefully be competitive there for a win. That's pretty cool. Also in the contract news, Harrison Burton this is also another rumor, but he's expected to re-sign with the 21 team in 2024. Again, like the situation with Carson Hocevar running next week, not confirmed, but it's heavily rumored. It's expected to be announced. It just hasn't at the time of this being recorded. Maybe by the time it goes up, it will be announced, but we're going to go along with the fact that, yes, he is signing a contract extension with the 21 team. And I got to ask, on both parties' cases, why re-sign Harrison Burton? And if you're Harrison Burton, why are you re-signing with Wood Brothers?
Right.
It just seems like you're putting a piece of crap with the piece of crap you put together, you get another big pile of crap. Maybe there's just nobody better on the market. That could be very well possible, based on a few other things that we got this week. But it just doesn't seem, I don't know. Maybe they see something in him that we don't. Maybe he has something that we don't. I don't know. Maybe clout. Maybe the Burton family's got some clout on the Wood Brothers, and they are blackmailing the Wood Brothers and keeping Harrison Burton driving for a longer time. I don't know. Could be anything really, but that is expected to happen. Daniel Hemrick will be running the remainder of the Xfinity season in the 10 car for Colleague. He currently drives the 11 car for Colleague, not the 10. I don't, and like he's in playoff contention. I don't know what the switch is supposed to really be for, but I don't know. It's a little weird, but he's gonna be running the rest of the season with them. So, also about the Xfinity Series, inspections at Xfinity races are now going to be more strict. This is in response to two cars failing inspection multiple times at Daytona, and six cars failing inspections multiple times last weekend at Darlington. So now this is going to go into effect when the playoffs start. The Xfinity Series playoffs begin at Bristol. So it's not going to be in effect at Kansas this weekend, but the next weekend it will be. So now, basically, the only thing that I could find about like them being more strict is that now it will only take two failed inspections to result that instead of three for a crew chief ejection. So like it used to take three failed inspection attempts for your crew chief to be ejected. Now it only takes two. I really don't know what that's going to accomplish. I thought the point was to have less cars fail inspection, but I think at this point more cars are going to fail inspection. I don't know. It's a little weird, but I thought they would maybe crack down a little more because they're just trying to get an edge. That's what they're doing here. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. But yeah, they'll be coming to an effect in a couple weeks, not this weekend, but. The only other I had a couple other things actually. Another big thing that just came out today. John Hunter Nemechek is going to be full time in the 42 car for Legacy Motor Club next season. This was heavily rumored because Legacy Motor Club is going to Toyota. John Hunter Nemechek is a Toyota driver who has shown potential to want to race in Cup. With the open seat, it seems only natural to sign him, and I only hope that he can be just any better than Noah Gragson has. Carson Hocevar at Darlington, and hopefully this weekend at Kansas showed that they could be competitive in the 42. Maybe not like winnable competitive, but not like 36th competitive, right? They can be like top 15, top 20 every weekend. Or maybe even a little bit better. Darlington is a tough track to race at, so maybe Kansas will be a little bit different, but that's pretty cool. We'll just hope that this sticks out like Noah Gragson did. So, and there we go. The only other news thing I had was Kevin Harvick is going to be Sunny D is going to be on the car this weekend for Kevin Harvick at Kansas. The car looks very, very much like when Ricky Stenhouse did the Sunny D sponsorship a few years ago. Just you put the 4 and plus the playoff stuff on the car, and it's pretty much the same otherwise. But looks cool. It's a nice sponsorship. And it'd be a cool diecast for any Harvick fans, I guess. But that's really again all I had. It was a light news week, honestly, especially with just a lot of this new stuff being silly season. But Hitmaster, I don't know if you had any other news. I know you had one thing. I don't know if you had anything else.
Yes, I do have something. Let me go grab it.
That's the car when 2021 Kyle Larson blew the tire at Pocono to lose on the last lap. Alex Bowman.
Pain.
Sponsored by KindMaster.
So I was at my mother's today, and I went to look in my closet because they're trying to clean everything out, and I found this. Hold on.
I found a block of asphalt.
Found this binder.
Oh.
Now I didn't know what it was at first. Thought it was just like Pokemon cards or whatever. Nah, this is the holy grail of cards. I've got
Ooh.
Jeff Gordon cards.
You got a Davey Allison
All
card
the way
hidden in there
through.
too. Damn, that's really good.
And then I can get to it. It's kind of broken-ish. I don't even remember where I got this from, to be honest with you. God damn it. It didn't rip or anything. I've got some Dale Earnhardt. And I'm still trying to look up to see how much they are. None of them are signatured. Sucks. But let's see here.
Still cool.
I have a Bill. I think, a Bill Elliott, if that's Bill Elliott. No, that's Ricky Craven.
Ooh, that's a rare one. Pick up Ricky Craven.
I have a Ricky Craven, and then I have some multiple. I've got the number 9 spam car.
Oh.
Don't know who drove that.
Lake Speed. That's a Lake Speed paint.
Yeah.
That's Lake Speed card.
I've got Kyle Petty, Loy Allen, Kenny Wallace, Ernie Irvin, Jimmy Spencer, Bobby Hamilton, Jeff Purvis, Lake Speed, and Wally
Dallenbach?
Yeah.
Wally Dallenbach's a pretty rare one too. He wasn't that successful.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. I've got a very, very young Michael Waltrip.
Oh boy.
If I can grab it. I have a very young Michael Waltrip.
Pennzoil car. Holy shit. What a throwback that is, huh?
Yeah. But I have that. I have the Exide Batteries 99 car.
Ooh.
I love that one. I have a young Mark Martin.
A young Mark Martin.
6. Yes, a younger Mark Martin. If anybody doesn't know what young Mark Martin looks like, here he is. A younger Mark Martin.
He still looks old. He's not that old.
He doesn't look that old.
He's not that old, but he looks so much older than he is. I used to think that he was racing into like his 80s or something like that because it was white hair.
I had a feeling. Then you just see him putt around the track.
Oh, this dude's like I remember when he had that crash at Michigan a while back, and when he hit the pit wall, and it's just like, damn, he's like 85 years old and he gets into a crash like that. My dad's like, no, he's not 80. What do you think he's 85? He's like 50. I'm like, oh, or he's not even 50 either. I don't know.
I've got this beautiful Rusty Wallace one that you guys can't see it, but it's like little sprinkled. Nice. Rainbowish. So I have some good cards in here. I'll have to go through them, and so I'm thinking of selling them, some of them, because I'm definitely not getting rid of the Jeff Gordon ones or the Dale Earnhardts. But like, I feel like that they're so not that expensive, because I looked at one of them, and one of them was like, I think $39. That was with a signature. It was a Dale Earnhardt one, and I'm like, it should be more, but
for Dale,
I don't know. Maybe it has to be graded.
Yeah, you should get them graded. I don't know what the process to do that is, but they seem like
I just have to send it in.
They seem like they're in pretty good condition and stuff, and they're definitely like rarer because they're older, from the 90s and stuff. So that would be good. But yeah, I guess I don't know how much they would be worth. I feel like the Dale Earnhardt ones would be worth a lot more than the rest because he's the only one not alive. But I don't know if the other ones would probably be worth something. I don't know. I got a bunch of NASCAR cards in my room too. I think I showed them off when we did the big collections episode a while back. Um, a lot of them are unopened, like they're in packages unopened, but they're nothing like impressive. I mean, they're just they're nothing crazy. But I'm not really looking to sell them. But
I mean, I have other cards, but they're. I think I've already showed them. Some of them were in a Jeff Gordon binder, and then the other one was in a Terry Labonte binder. But I mean, those ones I know I've gotten, and then soon I'll be having 10 die casts for my grandpa. So those are definitely coming on the show when I get those. So
all right, there we go. Speaking of diecast, I should see if the Alex Bowman diecast is on the Pistons car is up for sale yet. Pistons car. There it is. Shopping. Give me something, give me something, give me something, and there's nothing. There is nothing. Shit. Unless there's pre-orders. I don't think there's pre-orders yet. No. Pistons diecast. Let's take a look. No, I don't want sports. Screw you, Google. I don't want you. There we go. Yeah, it's there.
They have the
yeah, there's nothing.
Alex Bowman throwback. But that's about it.
Yeah, there's nothing out yet, sadly. But I hope soon they would make it. It's been about a month since the race. You would think they do something.
I can't believe I'm like looking at all the Alex Bowman stuff. I can't believe they still have a cast display for his '88 car.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it sells well. You keep making it. I mean, I guess I don't know how. He wasn't very popular with the '88 either. I don't think he wasn't that good in it until like one win. But I don't know. Tendrick, they get a lot of stuff made. What are we supposed to say? So.
Well, yeah. When you look at Chase Elliott and William Byron, they're just like,
right. But yeah, I mean I was saying so. It's not a lot. Not a lot of stuff I had on the list today. We are recording a little earlier than usual, but I don't really think a lot's coming tomorrow either, so shouldn't really miss a lot. But if we do, it's on next week's episode. But I don't know if you had any other news stuff to talk about, but Hitmaster, but
by the way, this is a Wednesday. The reason why we're doing this is because I'm gonna have stuff to do tomorrow.
yeah, there's
and that stuff being my Lions probably getting destroyed by Kansas City. So good luck, Detroit.
I don't think they'll get destroyed. A lot of people are saying they're going to get destroyed. I think they'll make it a fight. Will they win? It's a 50-50, but I think they'll at least make it competitive. And
right.
So, but yeah, we have a prior business to do tomorrow, so that's why we're doing it tonight. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know if you had anything else. Otherwise, we can jump into the playoff outlook and stuff and kind of wrap this up a little earlier than normal. But
sure. Or never mind. You guys see my short that I got. I got these like little things if people are into anime. I got this little Dragon Ball. So, but I've already posted it on my channel, so everyone's seen it.
Right. All right. Well, it's playoff time. So we're gonna we'll take a look at how the new outlook for the Xfinity bracket, and we'll do the updated points for the Cup. The Xfinity has one race left before their playoffs begin. Kansas is the cutoff. At least I'm gonna fact check that actually. I think it starts at Bristol.
Yeah, it's Bristol.
Okay, so their cutoff is this weekend. So, one more. So next episode we'll preview the entire Xfinity playoff bracket, along with a bunch of other stuff. But see who's in, who's out, and we'll figure it out before we get to our race predictions. So, if you would be so kind, Hitmaster, to put it up, we'll get it going.
Put up trying to think, the standings.
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab that. So, with the playoffs right now on the bubble for the Truck Series is still Matt DiBenedetto and Ben Rhodes. So starting after the 8th, so this week, if you're not in the top 8, you're done. Sorry, but see ya.
Oh, they have a cutoff too. Forgot they're in a they have a cutoff race this weekend as well.
I think they're before the Cup Series.
Right, because they're in the race. They're in their third race, so this should be the end of the first round for trucks.
Yep, they're at Kansas as well. So,
yeah.
So you got Enfinger and Ty Majeski, of course, still locked in. Corey Heim locked into the next round. Christian Eckes locked into the next round. Hosevar locked into the next round. And then you got Zane Smith, could be locked into the next round. He's 29 points ahead of the cutoff. But, I mean, it all depends. But, anyways, 7th place is Matt Crafton. He is 9 points above the cutoff. So this race, he has to do something. He is one of the only other Thor Motorsport racing drivers in the playoffs. And one of them, which we'll get to in a second, one of them is on the bubble. Nicholas Sanchez, he is 3 points ahead, so he has to do something this next race. And I mean something. And then, of course, 3 points below the cutoff is the one Thor Motorsports that's on the bubble, and that's Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes he's on the cups of not making it, and he hasn't been doing good this year. In my opinion, I've watched some Truck Series races, and he hasn't been doing good. And then you got Matty D. He has 20 points. He has to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has to win the cutoff. And I don't think he'll do it, in my opinion. But
yeah, it's interesting to see if he has any enthusiasm to win, knowing he's not going back to that team next season.
Yeah. But anyways, going to the Xfinity Series. Now, the Xfinity Series right now, I think they have 12, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they have 12.
They have 12.
So, of course, they're not there yet. But here it is. So, if I'm looking at this correctly, Jeb Burton, Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith, Sam Mayer, Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and John Hunter Nemechek don't need to worry about these next races. Just race your own race. If you want to win, go ahead. But you're locked. the people that need to worry mostly is Riley Herbst. Because, listen to this. This next race is going to determine the playoffs. Because it's a 1-point deficit.
Damn.
1 point.
Tom. It's pretty close. I knew it was kind of close. I didn't know it was that close, though.
Riley Herbst is 1 point ahead of Parker Kligerman. So, I mean, heck, the car announcer just took it off. But, anyways, the point standings for this is going to be very, very difficult. I'm telling you, it's going to suck. But heading to the Cup Series. And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that 4 drivers are going to be out this week, not this week, the next week after.
Yeah, this was only a race 2, so.
Yeah, okay. So right now on the Cups of Elimination, we got Bubba Wallace, which some fans are probably excited for, Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse, and Michael McDowell, which we knew that most likely Ricky Stenhouse and Michael McDowell won't make it, but they have 2 more races to prove themselves.
Well, I don't know. I mean, McDowell's like 19 back, and he's like the farthest back. And Stenhouse's thing is only like a couple points. He had some early issues at Darlington, but he put it together for a decent run to keep himself in contention. So that was good.
But above the cutoff, Christopher Bell is up by 1. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Is up by 1, and then Joey Logano is up by 3, so he could technically still be eliminated.
I'd be okay with that. I think I would be.
I'd hate to say it because I've met Joey Logano, but me too. Then you got 13 back Ross Chastain, then 16 back Ryan Blaney. I think this is right. 18 back, or no, sorry. All these were forward, by the way. Sorry, above the cutoff. My bad. 18 back up is Brad Keselowski in 8th, Kyle Busch in 7th, Martin Truex Jr. in 6th, which is surprising. Tied for 5th is Denny Hamster and Christopher Buescher. I'm going to keep calling him Hamster. Any Hamlin fans that are out there, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm calling him Hamster. It's funny.
It's pretty funny.
Tyler Reddick is in 3rd, and now I didn't expect a 2311 car to be near the front, but surprising.
And there we go.
And then one of the other Hendrick cars that are dominating, 45 ahead, William Byron. So right now, looking at it, hold on. Where is... Oh, yeah, that's right. Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott weren't in it. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe... I'm just shocked. Forgot that Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman aren't in it.
You forget. Oh, my God.
But right now, 2 Hendrick cars are at the top, so let's see if it can last.
Yeah. Not the 2 I wanted, though. Well, I'm okay with Byron. I guess I'm okay with Larson, I guess, as well. I don't know. I don't know. I just really want to do Oh well. But anyway, that's kind of how the points look right now. Again, Truck has their cutoff, round one cutoff this weekend, so they'll be losing some drivers in their running for the championship, and the Xfinity cut to the playoffs happens this weekend too. So that's really, really, really exciting. But let's get to our race predictions. Again, all three are in action this weekend. Kansas, not known for having the most excitement, but definitely can provide it, especially with the stakes that are what's at stake in the Truck and the Xfinity series, and there's drivers that are there's only like a couple points between like 15th and like 12th in the playoffs right now, and so you got to know that a lot of drivers are going to be pushing for positions and everything. So it should attest to a pretty good weekend of racing overall. At least we hope so. Let's just hope that there's no weather problems or anything like that. We know Kansas has had its problems with weather in the past, and we don't necessarily need that to rear its ugly head this year, do we? But anyway, who are we thinking is going to win this truck race?
I'm going off for a limb here, and I think that Matt DiBenedetto is going to win and punch himself in to the round of 8 for the Truck Series.
Bold. I'm going to pick Matt Crafton to win the truck race.
Mm.
Can never rule him out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who we think's going to win? Who's going to win in Xfinity? Cutoff race. Lots of excitement.
I'm going to go with Brandon Jones.
Brandon
I was going to say Jeffrey Earnhardt, but let's be honest here. Jeffrey Earnhardt's trash.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing anything. Who am I picking? I'll pick Josh Berry to win. How about that? Not a bad pick in my opinion. But then we got. Do we have them ready? Oh yeah. All right, here we go.
So, just letting you guys know, we had Martin Truex Jr. and William Byron last time. He had William Byron. I had Martin Truex. So technically, if you guys are counting, William Byron was farther than Martin Truex, so he won that round, which means he gets to go last.
Doesn't really matter because neither of them won. I thought that was going to be a solid pick. I thought we were both going to be in contention. Neither of them really were factors at the end, which was a little weird. But all right, here we go.
For me, I get a Michigan native boy in Brad Keselowski.
You know what? Not a bad pick. This seems like a track that Keselowski can really take the checkered flag. Like I said, he's gonna win. He has to win. He's ran too good this season to not get a win. I think he's gonna do it.
He's pushed the 17 to the win at Daytona when he could have just passed him.
Right. He should get it. He needs to get it.
He's a good owner, at least.
Hey, and he's sitting comfortable in the playoffs, so he really probably don't care, seeing where he was last season. But all right, here we go. Fuck. He's gonna win now. Fuck.
Shit.
I hate this so much.
Happy that it's been picked.
You need to buy more chips so that stop getting fucking Logano.
I have chips. I have chips to eat. I did buy more
Not
chips.
those chips. You know what? Maybe that's what we gotta start doing. Maybe you buy maybe we'll just buy a can of Pringles. All right, I'll do it. You know, I'm Pringles, so I'll go buy a can of Pringles, and then I'll get some to like write the driver numbers down on every individual Pringle, and we'll just throw them into a hat and start doing that every week instead of using the poker chips.
Until they get moldy and everything.
Pringles don't expire. The only problem is they might get crushed when I start like shaking them around. That might be a problem. Maybe we'll have to go with a more durable chip. I don't know. What's a more durable chip than Pringles?
No, we have to do Pringles.
I know we have to do Pringles. We have to figure out. We'll refine it and maybe come back to it next week if we don't forget. Pork burger might be a next year project, honestly. But anyway, that's really all we had this week for the Talking NASCAR podcast. We will next week we will recap everything that happened at Kansas. We will go over the who got eliminated in the Truck Series, in the playoffs. We will go through the entire Xfinity playoff grid as well as check on what's going on with Cup. Talk about any silly season news that happened as well. Should be a lot of good stuff there. I do know for a fact that the next the next week's episode, when it goes up, is the release date for NASCAR Arcade Rush. So we'll see if anything's going on with that. But anyway, that's going to do it though for this week. Subscribe to Hitmaster and stay tuned for much more amazing content between the both of us. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.